Witness testimony. You have no proof. Well done, lawyer. You've painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Faye. Now let us end this charade. For the eternal glory of Khura'in and its people. Do you understand now, you putrid pepper? There is no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain. Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today. Your theories are but a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now. The defense may proceed with its cross-examination. Oh, you say the end is now? Okay then. Let's bloody go! Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. I admit I don't have any solid evidence, yet. But you're the only one who could have committed the crime. What on earth do you mean? Including Miss Faye, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Khura'in. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Khura'in was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Faye was tied up in the tomb. That means that the Dirk we saw after the minister's murder could only have been channeled by you, Queen Amara. Insolent liar! Forgive us your mercifulness. Really, your majesty? Objection. Come on. But have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Khura'in?
Objection!
Oh, BS. Oh, come on. What are the chances? You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer, which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium defense? Of course I can't! Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are 2 ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. Which one can I actually prove? The latter. Prove that she was in the tomb. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred. It seems you're ever bent on painting me as a killer. Well, if the shoe fits. Very well. Let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. You do have some, do you not? There is nothing to prove I was even at the scene of the crime. Is that right?
Objection!
Queen Amara? Does this pendant look familiar to you? Why, that is... We found it in the tomb and it has the minister's blood on it, which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
Objection!
And I failed to see how it is relevant to your argument. Did that not belong to the accused? That's what I thought too. After all, Dirk had said it did himself. He said that? Yes, but it was a lie, because I believe he was covering for someone. Covering? How? For who? There is a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's. We need to show the corpse photo.
Take that!
That's a photo of the accused body, is it not? Yes, it is, and I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot in it. This right here proves that the pendant that was found in the tomb wasn't Dirk's. The green pendant that's on his chest. You will notice an object near Dirk's left arm. It is an identical pendant, except it's blue. Oh, now that you mention it. Don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own 2 of them, but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair.
A pair?
If the blue pendant was Dirk's, then what about this pink one with Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to?
Objection!
Really, dude? Come on, man. Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Therefore, we have no way of knowing to whom it belongs.
Objection!
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmati. I'm guessing you didn't know that this pendant is actually a locket. Come again? Now this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up, we found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of a lid to be exact.
What?
No! So now the question is, to whom does this fingerprint belong? Queen Amara? It belongs to you, doesn't it? It seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around. This cannot be. Mother, tell me it does not belong to you. Nayuta, Think about it, Queen Amara. Dirk must have realized that you were channeling his spirit, and he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him. But why would he do such a thing? You really don't know? He was protecting you. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath and beyond. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used. But he kept quiet, all for your sake. Dirk, why do you always... Well, Queen Amara? Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you gonna betray him now? Dirk, This cannot be! I refuse to accept it! Queen Amara, are you ready to confess to your crime? I can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sigatar Khura'in, who slew Minister Inga. That's preposterous! Why? This is beyond belief. Mother, why would you? Forgive me, Nayuta. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I had no choice. It was the only way. The only way? So in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmati, I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive. I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that. They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak. Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could have come back to haunt you. I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband. Yet I could not bear any hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years.
Mother.
So she really believes it? That Dirk tried to assassinate her? Your Majesty, is it not time to declare Dirk innocent? I would ask that you do this for my beloved who now dwells in the Twilight Realm.
Very well, then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you have no further objections...
This cannot be! My mother? I have no objections. Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence. But...
Very well, then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sadmati.
What is it now?
Rafa!
Your benevolence! I cannot accept this!
Is something the matter, your benevolence?
Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father.
What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nana?
Rafa. Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father? Yes, there is no mistake.
She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings.
Barbed-head! Hornhead! Are you gonna let this stand?
Dirk's been proven innocent and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right. Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you.
There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial? Yes! Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial. Hornhead!
Very well, then. Will the defense please tell us this? One important fact about this case has yet to come to light. The motive.
Queen Amara, there's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Khura'in. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity. Further tragedy? Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat.
You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya Fey's abduction?
Yes, Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power, after which he would assassinate Khura'in and usurp the throne. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling, and Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and killed the minister.
What the?
My bracelet! Apollo. Yup. It seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made. If I must. We haven't done this in so long. At 2 p.m. during the Wright found you on her left hand. Gotcha! Queen Amara, you're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because a finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did. Oh? And that pose you make, is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? Whatever do you mean? The murder occurred at 2 p.m., and I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at the time. So then why is she self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Objection!
Such insolence. I would have the perpetrator's name at once. Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... Do you take me for a fool? How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later, because right now, there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. I just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness. We might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help. Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice. Hey, here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. What's that right there? An injury? No, wait, I think it's a burn scar. Bingo! Wait a second. Your Eminence. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. That's way too much of a close-up shot. What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Amara, then who is it? Rather, Queen Khura'in, it's Amara! Queen Amara, the person in this photo isn't Queen Khura'in. It's you posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same, and you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Khura'in. Queen Amara, you have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Look! It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the photo! I don't understand. I knew it. So the person in this photo really is... Yes, it's Queen Amara. This is absurd! Are you suggesting they switched places? Amara's confession earlier was also false? Mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m., the exact time the murder took place. But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi, so Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara. I am afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime? Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means, while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else. Porkunka! What's going on here? Was her mercifulness covering for someone? If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it? Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Khura'in wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places, and for what reason? The answers to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterate a certain someone else's alibi. Kurain Khura'in. Why, is this some kind of a joke? No, Your Majesty, I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Kurain Khura'in. Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Khura'in ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Miss Faye's body and then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m. while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Khura'in, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness? It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now. Mother. Justice Minister Inga's true killer is... What the hell? Amara! Mother! No! I really did it! Your Eminence, my life is yours! Isn't he one of Khura'in's royal guards? Queen Amara! Bailiff, arrest that guardsman! Mother! Khura'in couldn't have. Could she? Someone call for an ambulance! Quickly, now! Holy hell, as if things are not messed up enough. Oh my god. Yeah, we're ending it here. Sorry guys, but next one is gonna be split, and this is where we end it. That is it. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. All hell is about to break loose in this case. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. Product provided by Capcom.